All right, YouTube, once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast Talking Auburn Football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports. Auburn, as always, is great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. Man, it seems like forever away from signing day as the Auburn Tigers hope to solidify a top 10 class. Among the top recruits that Auburn is targeting is they're still trying to get Jay Hardy signed. All of a sudden, the defensive tackle has garnished some love from Tennessee out of his home state. I'm really iffy on the Jay Hardy signing for Auburn. Not sure where his tie to Auburn would be, other than he was very impressed by a visit. I think it was Ole Miss weekend, but I'll tell you what, fans, don't be shocked if Jay Hardy winds up in Tennessee. Something about my recruiting, experience following recruiting tells me that wasn't particularly a genuine commitment on Jay Hardy's part. Now, here's the biggest story for Auburn. Auburn is in the mix with Broderick Jones. We've been talking about this. I'm going to talk about it all the way up until signing day. Now, I'm thinking at this point, Auburn has like a 60-40 chance to land this kid. A lot of things have to happen. First, we got to know who Auburn's offensive line coach is going to be. Two, Broderick Jones has actually added Arkansas in the mix. Because if you look at 24/7 Sports, all of a sudden, Arkansas he's kind of cool on Arkansas. Let me tell you why he's cool on Arkansas, though. It's not Arkansas. It's the fact that Sam Pittman, who actually heavily recruited Broderick Jones, took the job over at Arkansas. So he wants to go visit his old recruiter to see what's happening out at Arkansas. Maybe he can check Arkansas out and see some things that he might not have seen before. Needless to say, Broderick Jones is a special talent. He's going to be projected no matter where he plays college football at because of his skill set. And usually the numbers don't lie. He's probably, they're looking at this guy being a first round pick, no matter where he goes to school at. The only issue is, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Georgia? Georgia has gone to the SEC championship game for a consecutive number of years, won one back in 2017, made appearances in the college football playoff. Auburn has the potential, is developing the skill set, especially at the offensive line, to be able to somewhat compete offensively, on a high level in the SEC. The biggest thing, Auburn has to continue to recruit great defensive players to continue their dominance on defense, especially at the defensive line. I think Auburn needs to upgrade as well at the cornerback, and did a great job here in this particular recruiting class with Chris Thompson Jr. and Marco DeMio and some other guys of that nature. Now, also, you got to look at the fact that Georgia is losing Jake Fromm. Who's Georgia's quarterback going to be? Because that's going to be real important, is the team's ability to move the football. Georgia wasn't as successful running the football as they have been in the past, so that could be a factor. Then, how does Broderick Jones? What could his relationship be with Matt Luke, who is all of a sudden the Georgia offensive line coach? He has zero relationship with him because he hasn't been in the recruiting process up to this point. Now you also got a problem at Auburn because J.B. Grimes, who was the offensive line coach at Auburn, is all of a sudden gone. So now we have to see what type of relationships will be built there. So as of now, as far as relationship building, the only coach that he has a real relationship with at the moment is actually Sam Pittman, who is now the head coach at Arkansas. So we're going to see how this develops. Auburn definitely needs a recruit like Broderick Jones. It's been a while since Auburn has had a high-level recruit. We're talking about a recruit that could spur Auburn all the way to probably the top 4 recruiting class in the country, and this would be based on quality as well. Broderick Jones has the opportunity to have an immediate impact on Auburn. I'm talking about literally in the starting lineup day one. Okay. Later on today, we're going to talk about some of the early enrollees and their impact and why it's so important to get as many of your freshmen out of your recruiting classes to participate in spring practice, kind of give them a head start. But we're going to talk about some guys that we think will be very important in that particular process. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.